This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Human error. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.
Humans, what have you learned?
It's time! Oh yes, here we go, episode 19 of Gaming News Live, and we are here. Aero Nation, how are you, my brother?
Doing great. Little tired from all the gasoline fumes, but...
And what did everyone in chat think of the new intro? And what did you think, Aero?
That was great. I like it.
Just 10 minutes. I thought, I'm going to have a play. It was looking a bit static. I was like, yeah, let's animate the logo. Why the hell not? But yes, who have we got in chat? Well, the first protocol, let's just get rid of that. And that. There we go. I don't need to listen to that background music for tonight. Right, we have 78, Bernie 23. Who else have we got? I've actually got all the docs set up, so I can actually do it all off on screen. Seth Monsters is in the house. Great War. Where's Matt?
Hey, he's quick to be first, but where'd he go?
But all of you.
Welcome.
Yes, we have got quite a lot to talk about. It's been busy a week in gaming, and I am literally just going to say this, Aero. What have you been playing?
I think I'm just gonna let chat answer that question for me. But yeah, anyone that's listening, I've been playing the crap out of Forza Horizon 6. I cannot get enough of it. Every time I get off of it, I'm like, yeah, that was a good run, and then within 2 or 3 hours, I'm like, man, I can do this next time I get on.
I haven't even installed it to my console, not even looked at it, because I've been busy playing Subnautica 2 in-game preview. And if you go and have a look at the video I put up earlier today, it's kind of like a skip or buy, because you can buy the preview. But it's my impressions of how I feel about the preview so far, and it's good. If you haven't played it, go and play it. It is the most polished preview I've ever had the luxury of playing, and I have retracted my statement in that video. It's not the Unreal Engine that's the problem. It's the goddamn developers, because that game is running in UE5, and it's smooth as butter. It is really, really good. But Forza, that game is by far the highest rated game of 2026. The review scores for this are just absolutely bonkers. It's sitting at 91 on Metacritic. Right.
So, also too, I just pulled it up just out of curiosity. It hit a new all-time peak, which, let people know, it was sitting at over 170,000 players before it even hit Game Pass. So that's your PC and Xbox people that either outright spent the $120 on the premium edition, or your people like me and others that know where to find game codes at, spending anywhere between $80 to $100 and just getting access to it. But now that the game's actually out and in Game Pass, even on, this is just Steam, mind you, right now, right this second, as of filming this podcast, it is sitting at 242,816 players with a 24-hour peak of 273,148. Playground. Y'all hit this one out of the park. I mean, there are like little caveats of negativity, but it's like, in the grand scheme of things, you cannot come out and outright say this game is bad.
Oh, 78. I was one of those people who got the premium, but at a discount. Oh, yep. There's Matt. He's dropped into chat. Just got in.
Grandpa.
Had to do a few pit stops before I could get home. Hiya, chat. Oh, hi. You missed the second place. Well, you're not. He was actually in there before you were.
Yeah. Kind of had to be.
Oh, dear. And sorry, Grandpa Barbecue. I can't help it, mate. Even your cats want to watch Gaming News Live. What can I say? But yeah, Forza. I've not played it myself. It is on my list. But what is your experience? And I can see by the critics are just literally praising the hell out of this. But what is your opinion of Forza Horizon 6? What's your favorite bit?
So right out the gate, my favorite bit is the course, right as soon as I say it, every time I try to think of the name of the event, basically, I think it's, it's Horizon something. It's an event type, and I think, I can't remember what it's called, but the first one you interact with is literally the first for the first wristband. The first wristband challenge is this specific Horizon event, and you're blasting through these walls that you can't see what's behind them until you go through them, and then it's just pretty much a playground of like tight turns, bright colors, a lot of different technical stuff you have to do, not just drifting, not just speed. It's basically forcing you to combine different aspects of racing into one cohesive thing. But then they've done that with every single aspect of the game. Discovering different locations in Japan is awesome and rewarding. Just driving down the roads and just the scenery, the graphics alone are like, even on I've been playing on Xbox and PC, and even on the Xbox, I'm like, they were able, like, it's not a locked 60, But at least for me, you could have told me it was.
Wow. I'm definitely going to have to get my backside into gear and get on to Forza. Might have a play around with it tomorrow at some point.
Yeah.
But Subnautica's got its teeth into me, and as I said in my impressions, the annoying part
Thank
is
you, Bernie.
it stops dead. Your progression will stop dead because it's the preview. There's not enough in it. I just want to keep going. It's just like, come on. But yeah, chat's going wild about Horizon. Oh, 78. They've turned this game into an RPG racer game. In what aspect is that? Is that the wristbands?
Yeah, well, the wristbands and then pretty much everything you do adds to your overall progression towards different things in the game. Like, literally everything you do either goes towards your wristbands or it goes towards your Discover Japan tab, which in this game, as soon as you get into everything, when you hit your journal, it's split into two sections. One's for the wristband stuff, the other's for the discovery stuff. Wristband stuff is going to be like your route races, your dirt races, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they've actually split a little bit of the racing stuff off into the Discover Japan, and my sense of that is the Toge races, which is your downhill, spiral, mountainy roads, courses, and then your street races. Those are peeled off from the Horizon wristband section. Those two specifically are in the Discover Japan aspect, which it's not wristbands for that. It's basically the same thing as the wristbands. You're leveling up towards the next thing, and then as you hit each milestone, it unlocks more stuff for you to do around the map.
Wow. Would you say it's the biggest map they've done?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, Grandpa Barbecue, I'll be firing it up after Mag's show today. Well, it depends how long Mag's show is.
Yeah, it could be tomorrow. So you might be cutting your legs off early.
And I apologise if I sound nasally. I have got another sinus infection and it's doing my head in. But
let's do some Benadryl.
I'm going to dose up tomorrow and just chill out. I've not stopped. Obviously, there's things happened in the background. I did put a community post up, and a couple of the guys in Discord know what's gone on. It's been a busy week. Not a lot of gaming, but it is what it is. I managed to cram in enough time with Subnautica 2 to get a video out. But K-Rock is in the house. Hello, my friend.
Yeah, K-Rock. But I think it's funny. I went Forza, you went Subnautica.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know what it is. I'm going to shift one of the topics, even though, because we're talking about Subnautica 2 and we're talking about Horizon, so I'm going to shift the Subnautica 2 stuff to the next topic, because it just flows a little bit better than jumping into Ubisoft and all of the rumours coming out of their leaky ship. But yeah, I jumped on Subnautica. I covered all the news because it is now. I don't know if this was officially confirmed by any news outlets, but it is actually being self-published by Unknown Worlds.
Good for them.
Krafton. If you go onto the Steam page, Subnautica 2, and it will actually state it is being published by Unknown Worlds. There is not one mention of Krafton at all. It's crazy, and considering the work they've done, and it's a preview, they could release it now. It is that well polished. It's insane. But yeah, with Forza, I don't know. I'm not big enough fan to think, oh, gonna have to pay that extra money to play early. So it is a game I'm going to jump on, but I just can't believe the review scores, and this is just out of the gate epic for Xbox.
Yeah, I think it's if Playground also knocks it out of the park with Fable, it's no questions asked. Playground Games is Xbox's top studio.
Yeah.
Goodbye 343. You're done. Bye. See ya.
How about giving Playground Games Halo?
Caveat being dependent on how they do with Fable. But I mean, maybe Playground's just their wheelhouse studio that, hey, you throw something at us, we can deliver. Like, I mean, their Forza games, I mean, they've been iterating on these for over a decade at this point, or way more than a decade, probably close to almost 20 years at this point.
Yeah.
But they're just really good at iterating on what they know. But that's also my caveat and issue with Fable. It's like, well, you're a racing studio that's pivoting to a open world RPG franchise that is well loved, well known,
Yeah.
and if you don't do it the way people want it done, it ain't gonna do well.
No. It's like for 91 on the on Xbox, on Metacritic, I can't get my words out. You can tell I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
But PC, it's sitting at 89. And I'm wondering what that potentially could be. Because if they're raving that highly about the Xbox version, what the hell's going wrong with the PC version? Now, are you playing on PC? Or are you playing on Xbox?
Both.
Both.
But I actually was going to bring that up because I was almost done with getting all of the mascots. So each region has like a food-based mascot that you smash. And for whatever reason, I was just driving around and a dude was in the pause menu sitting in one, like in one of the destructible things. And I went to go into it, wouldn't let me break it. And I guess I hit it before he was completely out of it. And I guess from what little research I've done, it sounds like this on my game, like my local save.
Yeah.
I've hit them all. But because that dude was sitting there, it messed something up wonky, and the server doesn't realize that I've done it. So the mini map says that I've gotten them all.
Yeah.
The overworld map says I've gotten them all. But the actual thing that matters in the journal, no, I'm missing one.
Oh, well, it's something that could potentially be patched out, I'm assuming, and I don't think they're going to wait too long to drop patches. Grandpa Barbecue, so Ixonstorm, would Subnautica suit VR? Yes.
Actually, isn't the first one? The first one's in VR on everything but console. Well,
I think it is.
But...
Obviously, I don't follow VR. It's not something that I've ever decided to dabble with. But no, I think it might be the first one. The first game runs in Unity. Not the best engine in the world, but this in UE5. Oh my God.
So when you say the preview, are you talking about the preview that's in Game Pass, or is that a separate thing that you're talking about?
Subnautica 2 has dropped into Xbox Game Pass, part of the game preview. What do you call it?
Yeah, it's just called Game Preview.
Yeah, Game Preview.
Yeah.
It's also on Steam and Epic Games. Now, with Steam and Epic Games, you have to pay I think it's $30. Well, £30 in the UK. I think it's $29.99 over here.
$29.99. Yep.
To get access to the game preview. Now, obviously, this game is going to be in preview for a very long time. They have stated anywhere up to 3 years they want this in preview, which is a hell of a long time. And considering how well this game is polished, what the hell are we going to get at the end of the 3 years? I don't know. As long as they don't go down the road they did with Below Zero, which was like the offshoot sequel to Subnautica. It was a standalone.
Yeah, it was like a standalone DLC.
Yeah. They rewrote the entire story halfway through game preview. So what everyone had experienced from the start was completely rewritten halfway through. Some of it may have been down to fans going, we don't like that, change it. So the fans are getting a lot of say in how Subnautica 2 is going to go forward. It's got co-op, and I know people in work, well, Matt will know him, a couple of lads in work, talking to him, they've been playing in co-op. There are glitches. He did show me a video. There's a, I don't know how you describe it. It's almost like an emergency balloon, so you can surface quickly. I think there might have been a little bit of an issue with gravity, because he took off like a bottle rocket, and you just watched him, and he's looking at a horizon. But from what I've played, absolutely brilliant. But the bit that really makes me happy about Subnautica is the fact that One Unknown Worlds have got their company back. They've been reinstated. They are going to be getting their bonus. Because the sales, I don't know if you've looked at the sales for Subnautica 2, AeroNation.
I haven't gotten a chance to.
Right. Put it in this context. Hello, Emperor Hound. I have seen you in the chat. How many copies of Resident Evil Requiem were sold within the first 2 days?
It was
roughly
2 million, wasn't it? Or 5?
Was it 5 they ended up at?
I'll look it up.
But Subnautica 2, within its first 12 hours, hit 2 million.
Wow, so I just looked at the Resident Evil Requiem. It sold over 7 million copies worldwide within 56 days.
Subnautica sold 2 million in 12 hours.
I mean, the first game is really good. If no one's played it, definitely go and play the first one. Like, yes, it has its issues and whatnot, but it's still a good and fun game. Which I'm excited for 2, but now knowing that they're basically doing what I forget the guy's. I know his name's Tyler, but the guy that made Schedule 1.
Yeah.
Great game, great premise, but if you jump in too early, you get too far ahead of where the planned content is supposed to end, and you miss out on all that content. It's one of those things where I've already put 10, 20 hours into this, and now you're asking me to basically just start it all over again?
Yeah.
I'm good.
With this, they're drip feeding. They are going to be drip feeding it. They have put I would bring it up, but I haven't put Aero in the screen share yet. They have done a roadmap, and they've got a hell of a lot of stuff. Major expansion updates, new region, expanding the world, new biomes, new creatures, new resources, new tools, new vehicle, and the next chapter of the story. So they're almost doing this episodically. So I think the story is probably hammered down. They've got that's done.
It sounds like what they're going to do is they're going to build experiences around certain pieces, and then they'll implement those pieces as one cohesive add-on in increments.
But they've hidden quite a lot in the game, because I thought there was only one Leviathan, which is the massive, stupidly scary sea creatures that just come out of nowhere and just scare the living daylights out of you. Because I only found, I think it was one, and that's the giant squid. There's actually 4 in the preview.
Sheesh.
The biomes, it's so beautiful. Everywhere you feel like you've got to a different section of the ocean. The first section that you start off in, it's got a new day and night cycle. It's beautiful. The sun goes down and all the coral glows neon. It's literally pitch black, and all you can see is neon. It is. I literally started playing it, and I just let go of the pad, put the pad down. I was like, I could sit and just watch this. It was almost like one of them, send me to sleep YouTube videos. And no, we're not on about the Xbox 2. But they have put, considering they've gone through this court case, and you think how much pressure that would have put on the development team, to come out with this in preview is just absolutely bonkers. If you haven't watched my video, go and watch it. I've got loads of footage in there. It is, and that, no word of a lie, it runs smooth as butter in UE5 in quality mode on console in preview.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't realize that used to be the standard. That used to be how, if your game didn't do that, bye, dead, DOA. Now it's like a game does it, and it's like they're doing it the right way. That's possible.
Emperor Hound. Not my type of game, but I'll watch Aero scream at it while playing. Yeah. The if I was to be perfectly honest, the first game's scarier. I don't know if it's because I'm going into it knowing what I'm getting myself into. The first game scared the hell out of me, because if you've got a really good set of headphones, you can hear them coming behind you when you're swimming. It is just...
The level of detail in the atmosphere building that they did in the first one was, I mean, I think unheard of at the time when it came out, which was what, 2013, 14?
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Long time. I think I bought it about 12 months after it came out. It was one of them ones that was sitting in the list, and you're kind of like, oh, do I? Don't I? Do I? And then all of a sudden you go, oh, thank God I did.
I think I got it with Games with Gold, if I'm not mistaken.
But my son loves it. He loves Subnautica. He plays around in creation mode, and it's almost like the underwater version of Minecraft in a way.
Yeah.
And creative is still in this one. It's in the preview. You can go in and you can mess about. You don't have to go in and have, got to hunt for resources, because you do. It's a survival game. You are hunting for water. You're hunting for food. You're watching your oxygen levels. You've got to find titanium and steel to craft your base, and there's so much to do in it. It is an absolutely awesome game. And if you haven't played the preview, if you're on Game Pass, just go and install it. I think it's like 24 gig. It's tiny.
I think it's funny because now that I've been on PC for a little over a year now, I could see Subnautica 2 having some competition with a game that I have really gotten into called The Planet Crafter.
Yeah, I know you play a lot of that.
Very similar. Yeah, I have like 130 or 120 hours in that game.
But the one thing a lot of people have been saying, because of this mass explosion with Subnautica 2, I think it's funny that the fans have just jumped on and go, yeah, we'll get you your bonuses. Well, you'll be hitting your sales targets way before September, because I think they had till September to hit the sales targets for the preview, so that they could get this $250 million bonus. And I've got a feeling they've smashed that well and truly out of the ballpark.
So how long is the preview? Like, if you had to give like a rough estimate?
Depending on how good you are at scavenging for resources, finding the components, because you have to scan everything. If you've played Subnautica, you'll know what I'm talking about. You end up with a hand scanner. You can scan the fish. You can scan the plants. With resource gathering, I reckon you're probably going to get a good 12, 13 hours. If you're really pushing it, if you're following the story, you're going to... If you just want to go off and explore, yes, you will hit these walls. They're like, it comes up on the screen, and they are like this red, like, checkered effect.
Caution, yeah.
Yeah, you go through and it just says, right, this bit's in preview. You can't build anything here. But the size of the preview, I can't remember how many biomes it is. I think it's like 2 or 3. It opens up. It really does. I found bits when I was going down, and obviously your sub couldn't get that deep. But I'm seeing like these alien structures on the floor, and I'm like, oh, I want to go further, but I haven't.
What's that?
The game physically goes, no.
Nah.
78 Ing, would you recommend playing Subnautica 1 first, or just dive into Sub 2? Dive into Sub 2 on preview, mate, because the stories are not connected. There's a few Easter eggs. There's the AI robot that helps you out. You have to set it's like an orb that talks to you, and he can be quite annoying. He comes out and mentions something about the guy that survived the first one. So I was like, oh, that's a nice little nod. But no, I don't think you need to have played Subnautica 1 to jump into this. You could just jump into this, no pun intended, dive in head first.
Yeah, it's not like a structured continuation of the first game. It's the same mechanics, same world, or not same world building, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's on a new place.
They've kept, if you've played Subnautica 1 and you go and play Subnautica 2, the only thing that in my head has changed is the graphics engine. It plays like Subnautica 1. It feels like Subnautica 1. All they've done is added new tools, tarted the visuals up, but the DNA is Subnautica 1. They've knocked it out of the park in my eyes. When this hits 1.0, I'm all over it. I will start that from the beginning. Because obviously, there's no achievements. It's in preview. But if you haven't played it, go play it. It is one hell of a beautiful game. My son's probably going to hate me because he'd broken his wrist last week. So he couldn't play on launch day. And there's me going and doing a video about it. So he's probably not going to be happy with me at all. But yeah, but the one thing that we kind of went sidetracked on Subnautica 2, the one thing with the sales and the player count as well has been insane on Xbox for Subnautica 2. Can't remember the figures. I did have an article about it. I don't think I've got it up. It might be in this one. Let me just have a check. No, it's not in my article that I've got here, but I did read it in another one because I was snooping around when I was playing it. Forza is probably going to knock it off its top spot.
Yeah.
Because now Forza is available to everybody. So, I don't know. I know a lot of people are going to jump over who have been playing Subnautica because obviously it's only in preview. But I think the reason that this game has got so much life in it for a preview is the co-op. Because the bases are shared. You can jump in and out. It's a whole game on its own. It's insane. You need to go and check out the preview, mate. You really do.
Buddy, I'm sorry. I have, speaking of Batman, Apollyon Crow, see you in chat. Good to see you, buddy. Apollyon Crow got Batman, so I will be playing that tomorrow, or starting tomorrow. So I have to drop what I'm doing with Forza to play that. And then next week, 007 comes out. I'm booked until at least the beginning of June.
Yep. I've actually told Matt in chat that I am going to be downing every single game in my back catalogue. Because I've got games I haven't finished. Still haven't gone back to finish the last bit of Resident Evil Requiem.
You have to.
I still haven't finished Disco Elysium. I'd put that down. And then I've got 007 next week, and I've said to Matt that I will purchase it and I will be doing a review on the channel for it. So, guess what I'm playing next week? I'm going to be all over 007. And that is not even getting up to the point where, what are we going to see at the Xbox Showcase? That's the question. That is not long.
I think it's hilarious that we're literally getting all these games, and we're getting just enough time with them to be like, all right, that's cool. I've got my fix. All right, what's next? And then it's now just, oh, you thought you were getting a lull? Oh, this game's dropping during the event. This game's dropping in 2 months. And whatever else decides to be surprise announced or dropped over that week-long event.
Grandpa Barbecue, it is an RPG in a sense. You can upgrade your character with gene modification. So you can see better in the dark, survive higher tolerance of pressure. So there is an RPG-ish element. It's kind of very base. It's not skill treed. Well, who knows? It's in game preview.
It could be.
It could be. Who knows what they'll do to it? So yeah, it's 2 to 3 years they reckon in preview. But I have definitely got Subnautica 2. It running through my veins at the moment. I will happily be jumping back on that and diving very deep into the sea. Great War. What are you on about now? I'm a big fan of the one about RPGs. Xenoblade Chronicles. Come on. You'll start Matt off in the chat.
I've never played any of those.
I wish they would have included online co-op for Lego Batman.
I feel like as a group of Lego fans, I feel like we haven't been vocal enough with our distaste for it. It's like with the perfect example, the Skywalker saga. We thought that was going to have online co-op, and then No, just the same. If you have it on PC, you can do the Steam Share Play. That's your online co-op, and I guess for the most part, people were content with that. I'm not content with that no more. I want these Lego. I want to be able to play these Lego games on my screen, and have a friend
Yeah.
somewhere else with on a different screen, and us be able to play the game together. Not like first of all, these Lego games need to be open world or not fully open world, but
The
have like
semi-open world.
segmented, yeah, semi open world and online play. Like I don't why make it peer to peer. It's not like they're hosting online lobbies. It's two people. That's it.
Wow. Well, then you got the frame rate issues with Batman, but we're not going to go into that. Great War, you're confused. No, it's not a remake. It is actually a sequel. It's just that the way that Unknown Worlds do their games is it's almost like a cookie cutter kind of story. You crash on a planet, you got to survive. That's technically it. It's
You're
not a
there for the
remake.
journey, not the story.
Yeah, it's not a remake. It's Subnautica 2 only dropped into game preview Thursday last week. Subnautica 1 has been out for donkeys, very long time. It's I know it can be confusing because of the way that the news has been with Subnautica 2. Because it's been in the news a lot with Krafton's lawsuit and all that stuff. But no, it is a sequel to Subnautica. It's set in the same universe. It's just a different character, different planet. That's it. So hopefully that clears that one up for you, my friend.
But also on the thing of Subnautica 1, it is not as old as we thought it was.
Well, how old is it?
It officially released in 2018.
2018.
But I feel like it was in early access on PC for at least 2 years.
Yeah, I think I think they've done it with all their games. Every single Subnautica game has been in game preview for a very long time. Obviously, they redid the entire story for Subnautica Below Zero halfway through. So
yeah, it was 2014 for PC, 2016 for Xbox One. Actually, got a game preview for it in 2016 for the first one.
Still a long time ago.
Well, the thing is, though, I mean, what they're saying now that makes sense. I mean, they're just repeating their track record. They're like, hey, we're making the game, we're putting it into early access, and then 3-4 years later, it's coming out. Well, they've already done. They have the train record. They've done it already once, and then they're already showing signs that they're just ramping up to do it again, but bigger and better.
Yeah, I can see why you were confused now, Great War. I was confused because on Switch there was Subnautica and Subnautica Sub-Zero, but that's actually Below Zero.
Yeah.
I was thinking Sub-Zero was number 2. No, Below Zero.
It's like a 1.5.
Yeah, it had more of a story. It was almost linear. Below Zero wasn't the same as the first game. But it's Subnautica. But yeah. Enough waffling about Subnautica. Go play it. It is awesome. It's in Game Pass on Game Preview, and if you feel so inclined, go buy it on Steam or Epic Game Store. Give them the support they deserve. Now, let's move on to something a little bit, well, not new. It's been happening for ages. Ubisoft. Have you heard of Assassin's Creed Hexe's new little bit of juicy information? AeroNation?
No, that was one of the stories I wasn't able to get to. I've been, like I said, dude, Forza has taken over my life at this point.
I'm not surprised. Excuse me. I'm dying here. Oh, Chip GM's in the chat.
Welcome.
Hello, my friend. Long time no see. There has been some more rumours. Let's just get rid of that. Go away so I can see what. Well, there's 2 bits of news. There is the report that Assassin's Creed and Far Cry 7 have kind of got their release window. And that will be 2027 for both.
So So let me get this straight. So a couple months ago, they were saying that, oh, all Ubisoft games are
Yeah.
being pushed out a year, and then now here we are, not even a couple months later, and the story's back to the remakes coming out this year, Hex is coming out next year. We
Hmm.
we already knew that.
And
Why did like
where's
they
Splinter Cell in all this? Don't even get me
they
started.
love to repeat themselves.
Yeah, but it's kind of been narrowed down that it's 2027, and this is coming from another leaker, and it's actually the same leaker that I'll be talking about with the news about Hex, and he's stating that both are going to be out in 2027. Don't ask me which side of 2027 they're going to be coming out in, because this is Ubisoft and they love delaying things for fun.
I I was just
But
gonna say I think between the two Assassin's Creeds, the bigger of the two franchises, we can agree on that, right?
yeah,
I'm thinking late spring, early summer for Far Cry, and then the usual sometime between September and November or
yeah,
October November for Assassin's Creed.
yeah, do tend to drop Assassin's Creed toward the end of the year.
But
It's not that
I
holiday
think
game, isn't it?
yeah, I think this one though with the theming and everything they're doing, I think they're gonna push for around Halloween.
Yeah. But the news that's come out of these leakers, and there's actually two that I found, and it's actually over on Game Rant if anyone wants to go and have a look at it. One of them is Jonathan, I think it's Jonathan X. No, X Jonathan, and Rogue. Now, Rogue is kind of a new leaker to me. I know X Jonathan. I know that I've read a lot of his rumors and leaks that he's dropped over the years for Assassin's Creed. The rumor is now you are going to be playing as the relative of Ezio's sister. Yeah. You can look all confused. You remember his sister in Assassin's Creed 2?
Oh, I remember the sister.
Yeah, it's you. You're going to be playing, and this is what it states on here. Before this was taken down off the internet. Ubisoft pulled it, so that makes me think there's a little bit of
Truth to it.
Rogue leaked that Assassin's Creed Hexe protagonist was named Anika. Elsa was a code name, just like Hex is. That the game will be set during the Würzburg witch trials, not the Salem ones, which is from the year 1625 to 1631. That blood packs, poison, and tree-to-tree parkour skills are key elements of the gameplay, so think Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
That NPCs are more alert than ever because of the setting, and that Anika is a descendant of Claudia Auditore, which apparently has ties to Ezio's return in Assassin's Creed Hex. But some lovely people over on Reddit who decided to deep dive a little bit further. I could have done, because I have got the encyclopedia, but it was like, do I dig it out? Or do I just use Reddit? Have stated that the time frame for Ezio and the years that they're saying he was already dead, because if you know your Assassin's Creed lore, they ended Ezio in Embers, which was the animated short that they did. Now, could it be he is coming back as something to do with the Apples of Eden and Itsu technology? That's one little possibility. There's supposedly a new, and this has come from Jonathan X. Jonathan has expanded on this leak because there's been a new leaked image that's since been reportedly and this one's taken down as well. So I'm not being horrible.
Yep.
Ubisoft is definitely leaking somewhere. It appeared to be a cinematic screenshot of an assassin in a black. Now I've not seen this because they pulled it. Assassin in black, performing stealth in a dark forest. It was a close-up, yet so dark to ensure that any identifying marks of the assassin were null and void. X Jonathan also claimed that Ezio's return would be later in the game via memory discs or some kind of Isu tech.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah, because
another, and this keeps going. There is another new character called Wolfgang who will serve as Anika's mentor before Ezio. Now, all this has been pulled off the internet. They pulled all this information. Ubisoft literally shut it down. What would you say? Would you say this has got a little... Obviously, take it with a pinch of salt. It's a rumour. But for Ubisoft to pull it, what do you think? And does the sound of that get you excited for a brand new mainline game in the series?
Yeah, it gets me excited because it sounds like we already know Ubisoft is up in arms right now. Like I don't think they know what they're doing next week, let alone next year. And
Not wrong there.
yeah, and for Ubisoft to go out of their way to pull pictures and images and articles and stuff down.
Yeah.
If it didn't hold any truth, why not just let it exist?
Yeah. I read this, and obviously, as you can tell,
do you like Assassin's Creed?
Oh yeah, but obviously the new camera angle. I'm gonna take that picture down and I'm gonna move it here. My son's gonna hate me. I don't care, but I'm excited because this sounds like the darkest Assassin's Creed they've ever done. Because there was the rumors we talked about. I think, was it not last week? Was it the week before? Or when you guest spotted and there was they've pulled all the magic and all of the fantasy elements out. It's a very grounded Assassin's Creed. I'm all up for that. Put us back in the shoes of a grounded assassin. None of this fantastic
Singular protagonist.
Yeah, that too. I've kicked 78 off in the chat here. He's just gone mental. I thought Ezio was included. Oh, that's right. Wait, they said Ezio will return as an aged mentor. But if you actually look at the timelines, they don't match Ezio's death. Unless they're retconning it.
Which would make sense, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked it up. It says that he died November 30th, 1524. So memories, that's the only way he's coming back into this. But my thing is, with all the unknowns with Ubisoft, what if they're actually thinking about going back and fixing that timeline to where Desmond's not dead and they can actually continue with how they were supposed to continue instead of killing him off for reason?
For me...
Spoiler alert, sorry.
Well, if people haven't played the original trilogy of Assassin's Creed yet, they've been living under a rock.
It's a little late.
I was one of the ones that hated the fact that Desmond had been killed off. Because even though I think the way that they tied the games to real-time events that were happening in the real world was actually really cleverly done. I don't know. It's kind of like the issue I've got with Black Flag Resynced. They've taken the modern day element out. Everything's in this stupid Animus hub. And if you've played Shadows, to get more story, you have to do challenges. And they keep drip feeding it in. But if you're not playing the challenges, you're not getting the story beat. So you haven't got a clue what is going on in the modern day. They need to put modern day back into Assassin's Creed. Get it to a point where it becomes a modern day assassin who keeps going in and out of an Animus.
Yep. And then another reason why I really want Desmond to come back, I miss Nolan North.
Yeah. 78 Inc. What if he didn't die? Well, it is Ezio. That guy had been through the ringer.
And he also has direct ties to the Apple of Eden. So knowing what the Apple of Eden can do, like I said, this could be how they could go back and be like, you know what, we're going to retcon Black Flag to here. Maybe that's why they're changing some things in Black Flag. realign the franchise? Who knows?
God knows. What are you on about, Grandpa Barbecue? Bread, not bed.
Bread, not bed.
Have we missed
The bread
something in
bed?
chat? But yeah, for me, for what's come out of these rumors for Assassin's Creed, if they get that right, that's gonna be one epic game. Because Shadows, don't get me wrong, the story in it was meh. You kind of get to the end and go, yeah, it's all roses, unicorns, and rainbows. They need to put this back where it was originally. They need to do it with all of their franchises. Stop.
They all need
catering for the snowflake generation and give the fans the games they deserve. We got Japan, but it wasn't what everyone was expecting. Dual protagonist.
It was basically what the people that worked at Ubisoft on that game wanted to make Assassin's Creed in Japan be, not what people have spent 20 plus years since the franchise started. Hey, Japan. Finally does Japan, and it's like, well, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna go this way with it.
They definitely tripped on a few rakes, which is just Ubisoft. I think Microsoft was just handing them out like they were candy.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you saw, but Microsoft actually just put that shed of rakes on up for sale for eBay, and PlayStation just put a massive bid on it. Yes,
I have heard. Yes, I have heard. We did speak before we went live. We're not going to bring up Jason Schreier.
Crier.
Mm-hmm. And we all know where. Sony just doesn't know where it's going at the moment. But Xbox, on the other hand, because we'll move on from Assassin's Creed, but if anyone watches after the fact and you are into any of these topics and you want to have a chat in the comments, throw them down there, and I always reply. I always look at my comments. Let us know, especially Assassin's Creed, because I'm a massive Assassin's Creed nut. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think it's true? That's the main one. That is the one I want to hear. But yeah, Xbox are doing well. Kind of.
Quite well, for once.
Kind of. Other than that new joypad.
That's a you thing. I'm not a fan of it, but I understand the reasoning of why it looks the way it looks.
It's not designed for sausage fingers. Come on.
I mean, cloud gaming is not designed for sausage fingers.
Yeah, well, there you go. But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And the same with this stupid rolly wheels on the bottom of the potential Elite 3.
Yeah.
What's that?
The only thing I can think of is them trying to mimic Steam with the touchpads on the Steam Deck and the Steam controller. And instead of going that direction, because, I mean, think about it. I mean, back in the day with, like, laptops and stuff, everyone was trying to think of a way to have a mouse cursor built into the keyboard. Who came out winning? ThinkPad. Everyone called it the nipple.
Just don't know, because obviously I've got the pictures up on my other screen here, and it's just like the Elite 3. I'm not particularly hyped for. If I was to be honest,
I'm interested as long as it's either right at the price point that the Elite Series 2's at, or up to maybe $10 to $15 more. If it's pushing $200, I'm out.
If it hasn't got Hall effect joysticks.
But that's something different than whatever crap they're still putting in these. Absolutely not. No.
Have you used a joypad with Hall effect sticks?
I don't think I have any that are.
Unless
Retro missing Fighters a trick. Controllers are.
You are missing a trick. Hall effect has no stick drift, and if you do manage to mess the magnets up enough, you can reset them. My Nikon Revolution X Unlimited, if I actually had that's how good this video on my channel is. If you want to see a decent pad, go and check it out. But a guy messaged me on the video saying, "Can you reset the sticks?" Yeah, just go into the app. It resets
Really?
resets all your dead zones.
I
You
might
can
have to look
also
at.
test it in the app to find out
Yeah.
if there's any issues in your dead zone.
In
You
that
can
case,
fine tune it.
I might have to look at getting an Acon controller before they potentially go under.
They'll sell that off. That I think if they're going to keep
They'll sell
anything
it for the
Nacon,
brand
it'll
name.
be they'll keep it going. But the Elite 3, I don't know what them wheels are for.
It's got to be some type of simulating mouse input to some degree.
And if it
Or
hasn't got Hall effect joysticks, just don't bother releasing it. Because just look, stick drift is a thing that nobody likes.
Yeah, and I've already went through 2 of the Elite controllers. I'm tired of having to buy an Elite controller every year and a half, 2 years at absolute best.
Yeah. Because it's also supposedly got a removable battery. And it's less powerful of a battery than the Elite 2.
We'll get to you in a second, Matt.
Switch 2 Joy-Cons, any chance?
No. Switch 2 Joy-Cons are some of the worst designed controllers I have ever had the discomfort and displeasure of using. And that's with D-Brand's covers for them. They still are not ergonomic for my giant hands.
Wheels are normally for coming off, but not really. But yeah, they're dropping a lower mAh battery into this Elite 3. It's going from 2050 mAh to 1528, but it's removable. Some of the things that are announced in this leak kind of seem a bit backwards compared to most other tech firms.
I think it makes sense because if you think about it, what was something that third parties were making a lot of money, or not a lot, but we're making more money off of than Xbox? Those little replaceable battery cartridges that just slotted into the Xbox controller. Xbox is just taking a page out of their books and just saying, hey, they're old. Why don't we do it? We can do it. We can make a first party battery. And then if third parties want to partner with us and make their own, go for it. And then the third parties can handle the higher capacity, and then we'll handle the baseline.
Yeah. But I'm not being horrible. What is it? The cloud pad? The Elite 3, there's not a lot of details that'll come out about it other than it's got these stupid wheels on the bottom and nobody knows what they're for.
Yeah.
That cloud pad? No. I'm not feeling it.
Also, I also don't think the cloud gamepad, I don't think it's meant for long play sessions. It's meant for 10, 30 minute, hop on, plug your phone, hop on the controller, like going to work or something on the train or whatever. All right, back in the bag, phone in pocket.
It kind of reminded me of I didn't really own a lot of Nintendos, but which was the one that had that shaped pad? It wasn't the N6. It wasn't the N6. Yeah. And sorry, Grandpa Barbecue. I think did your wallet just cry a little bit when you went to check out Naked?
That one?
Yeah. It's almost like they filled in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think it lacks a little bit of imagination, considering the Xbox pad is by far the best pad ever made for any console. Because I can't use PlayStation. The pad that I bought my partner is a Turtle Beach. I think it's a Turtle Beach. It's the modular one, so you can change it out, pull them out, and you can set it up like a PlayStation pad. She tried it once, and then went back to the asymmetrical thumbsticks because it's not natural. It is not natural to put your thumbs like that. It's not comfortable for long play sessions. I'm
not gonna lie though. I do like my DualSense Edge though. I don't know why. I like the weight. It's got the heft to it. Which still, I do prefer the asymmetrical thumbsticks on the Xbox controller,
Yeah.
but for whatever reason, I just like the way that the DualSense Edge is just the layout overall.
Matt is going on. It's a Japan console, though, Aero. Japan people are small and dainty compared to robust Americans. Ooh,
Robust.
he was walking a fine line.
He's in rare form today.
It was definitely
Late to the pod, calling me out. Now he's calling me fat.
Oh, where is it? Where is it?
Fight!
There we go. It's definitely going to end up on one of them.
Matt, get a real console, then we can talk.
Oh, he's one of these master races. I'm on my PC and I own a Switch.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you're a PC elitist, but you have a soft spot for little old Nintendo? Aw, that's adorable.
I could say things, but I'd get kicked off YouTube. I can't do it. I can't do it.
That's why I subbed all of what we both wanted to say, and all that's adorable.
You did that in a very polite way. I wouldn't have been as polite. I would get banned. But I'm not too keen on either pad. If I was to be, it's not something I'm going to look into. The Elite Series 3, unless they do something magical with it, I don't see people caring. And this cloud pad probably be something that's bundled with, say, your Samsung TVs and things like that. Makes sense.
Or Fire Stick.
Yeah. But from what I saw of the pads, because it was you that threw the topic at me the other day, you was like, oh, we'll talk about pads. I just looked into it and I was like,
yeah.
I've got my Nikon. I'm not going back ever. Because you can adjust the weights in the Nikon. You can actually pull weights out and put 15 gram weights in. You can pull the backs off the...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, oh, you can...
Oh, me and you're going to have a conversation about those controllers, because it sounds like instead of dropping $100+ on these, when these die, just invest a decent amount of money in a decent Nikon controller.
Yep, and if you use it on PC in wired mode, it's a 1 millisecond latency.
Which is all I do when I'm playing on PC.
There you go. Oh, Grandpa Barbecue, at least those DualSense Elite are $100 cheaper. Yeah, I know you've been and had a look at the Nikon pad and your wallet's crying. They are not cheap. I paid about 180 UK pounds for my pad.
Yeah.
Worth every penny. I look at it, if you're using it all the time, invest the money.
Oh, and Xbox, if anyone at Xbox is listening or watching, for the people that work on the Elite controllers, fix this. Yeah. Fix the grip coming off from the controller. Yeah. Like, both of my controllers, that's one of the big reasons why I had to get a new one, was because it's like, I'm not going to sit here and fidget with this grip tape, essentially. Like, I paid too, like, this should last for years. I shouldn't be having issues because design flaw.
The Nikon pad, oh my good God. It's a Swiss Army knife. It is insanely good. You can change the shafts on the analog sticks to small, medium, large, to shrink the dead zones down. So if you're playing...
Does it come with all that stuff?
Oh, yes.
In the kit?
Oh, it comes with a box full of goodies. It's the best thing I've ever purchased. You can set profiles on it. You can set 4 profiles. You can have one for driving, for racing games, one for first-person shooters, one for third-person shooters, and it'll change all your dead zones, your response curves, the lot. You can go in there and titivate to your heart's content. It's brilliant. Great work. Could you not super glue it back?
Super glue and electronics, they don't exactly like each other.
Oh dear. Well, I think that's the reason I went for Nikon is actually I was going to go for an Elite 2, and it was one of my really good mates. I haven't spoken to him in a while actually. Showing me his Elite 2 with the whole rubber pieces coming off the back. I was like, don't like that. Don't like that at all. But the other thing that's happening at Xbox, because as I said, the pads, unless they're doing something magical with them, or we get to physically see them at, say, the showcase or some other event, it's not doing anything for me. It's not burning any houses down. But Xbox is getting FSR 4.1. And it's going to give PlayStation a run for its money. What I know you will have dived into this.
Yes.
Go, Aero, go.
So I looked into it, and so from what I understand is that they're wanting to bring FSR 4.1 to the series consoles via it being, since they're bringing the feature set to RDNA 2 products, which the Series X happens to be. Which, if it does get it, which also at the gate, people need to understand that this isn't a from the ground up, like it's on the Xbox, so every game gets it. It is a game by game basis,
Yep.
which means that any game that supports it, if the Xbox gets the ability to support that feature, you're going to get better performance out of it. Which means if they do that, it puts it closer to the PS5 Pro. It's not going to be a direct competition per se, but if they can even just get 10% closer to PS5 Pro now, where they're at with everything now, that puts them in a really, really good position.
Yep.
It just does, because you think the PS5 Pro is what, $900 before even getting a disc drive and before tax?
Yep.
So you have to spend all that. With the Xbox, it's, I think, was it $699 now? I think for the 1 terabyte model or something like that, $650 somewhere in there. Looked. But it's like, but that you get a disc drive with it. So, but not only that, any game that comes out that supports FSR 4.1 from here going forward, it'll just run better on the Xbox. PlayStation, the Pro, you have to hope that game specifically gets a PS5 Pro enhancement patch. And if it's not a AAA game or a first party game, you might as well say bye-bye, that's not happening. And also too, even if it is a first party game or AAA game, if that update is not there at launch, it's not happening. FSR 4.1, if the game has it, it just has it.
I obviously, with the new PC to run the channel, I have got a full AMD rig sitting next to me right now. It is, I can run FSR 4.1. I've shown you the benchmarks, because this is what a 50, I can't remember what it is, 9060 XT. The benchmarks for Cyberpunk for the mid-range card with FSR turned on is insane. Like, with ray tracing, 80 frames per second. Now that's with modern tech. You got to think the tech that's in an Xbox is a little bit on the older side. What is it, running FSR 2?
Yeah, FSR 2.1.
That's a massive leap if they can get 4.1 on. The ray tracing capabilities. And I think, obviously, this is only a rumor at the moment. It's come from Moore's Law is dead.
But it makes sense. Yeah. It makes so much sense, though. It's like one of those things where, like, you hear it and you're like, wait, this is just a rumor? Why aren't they saying this is what they're doing?
Yeah. I see it happening. I know it's a rumor from Moore's Law is dead, but if Asher is going to be going down this road of fully supporting the series consoles with Helix coming out, and it's still going to be a pricey console, and they don't do any subsidizing to get people onto the platform, if you're dropping FSR 4.1 onto the series consoles, you are technically future-proofing them for at least another 5-6 years, which
benefits everybody in the industry.
Everyone's going to but it gives the consumer the ability to play new titles. They still look good, but without having to break the bank of buying the premium console, whatever Helix is named as. Just call it Xbox.
Yep.
I think this is a bloody good idea, if it is true. And I think AMD can do it. They're not stupid. They know what they're doing. I know they're a little bit behind Nvidia, but Nvidia have gone. It's almost like both companies got to a fork in the road, and Nvidia just went full AI. They just don't care. They've left the consumer behind. They don't care. Whereas AMD staying very true to the gamer. It's all like, we're not fake framing you. We're going to make your gaming better. Whereas Nvidia have just gone, oh, we're just going to put this lovely shiny bit over the top of Grace in that DLSS 5 demo, which just miffed everybody off. AMD is where it is. I think they are sneaking up behind Nvidia and going, you wait.
Yeah, because I actually, when I was doing the research on this earlier, it's not a rumor about FSR 4.1 coming to RDNA 2. Was it 2.2 or RDNA 2 based hardware? So it's like AMD's already said, "Hey, this is what we're doing." So even if Moore's Law is dead, is just piecing the breadcrumbs together. Those are massive breadcrumbs.
Yep. As Chip's just said in chat now, yes, AMD is coming in strong. They are. They've literally, they're home running it with Redstone. Redstone is like.
That is why my next PC build, once SteamOS is stable with all of these anti-cheat things, my next build is going to be all AMD. I'm going AMD GPU, AMD CPU. Hopefully, they have all their stuff for the most part ironed out by then. And that's going to be the PC that lives in my living room. That's going to be what I game on in the living room.
But
it's like going to be SteamOS.
Well, why not? I've got a Steam account. I haven't bought any games on that for a very long time. But AMD, as we saw with my benchmarks I sent you on Discord, that with, now get this, a very basic CPU. It's not the 3D. It's not the 3D CPU. It is just an F model, and I'm getting 80 frames a second with FSR on a 6-core 75. I think it's a 7500F Ryzen 5. You're like, really? So if they can do that, if I can get that out of a Ryzen 5F, what are they going to get out of an Xbox Series X?
Yeah. Oh, that's the whole thing. It's like people, I already can tell if this does, come to fruition. I already see people running to the streets with it. Oh, look, the Xbox, it's better than the PS5 Pro. No, it's not. Even on paper, it's not. It has the ability to give the illusion that it's closer, but it's not. It's never going to be a 1-to-1, and anyone that tries to say it's a 1-to-1, I wouldn't listen to them.
Yep. Chip, Nvidia rather nickel and dime us while AMD is being pro-consumer. Yep. That's why I went for an AMD card, because the price difference between the equivalent on a GeForce card, 200-300 quid. It's just like, wow, how can you justify that price point for a card at a similar power level? It does the same thing, and all because it's got Nvidia written on it. Plus, I'm boycotting the hell out of Nvidia after the whole GeForce. Now, yeah, I'm not even going there.
So if you keep bringing it up, we're going to have a special Nvidia episode once a month, so you can get all your woes out.
All I will say is Nvidia are proper robbing. Oh, took my money and still gave me the free rig.
But
yeah,
Great
Matt
Walls.
Saying it. Yeah, go on, Aero. You grab that one.
I was just saying the Great Wall. We need a strong AMD to compete with Nvidia. That's the thing, though. But the issue is, though, we don't need a strong AMD competing with a strong Nvidia, and both of them look at us and go, "Oh, consumers."
Yeah. Well,
and that's what they were trying to do. I mean, look at FSR 4.1 on PC. It's only the current gen GPUs that support it.
Yeah. All I will say is, are we going to see more of this at the Xbox Showcase? Is this something that they could potentially release if not showing Helix? This could be what they show. Who knows?
Yeah.
Now, who likes Capcom? I do, other than the beginning of Resident Evil Requiem. But I showed Aero before we started the show the list that has leaked from Dusk Golem on the future remakes coming out of Capcom. And I'm quite surprised because the one game, and no, Aero, you're not going to think it's going to be the one that you probably think, oh, he's going to go Resident Evil 10. The one I'm really shocked was on that list is Devil May Cry 1. That I am, they can have my money. I don't care how glitchy that game is. If it has the same ending as the original and it has the same soundtrack, I don't care. They can take my money because that game was mint.
Think about it. What if they're just doing the same thing with Devil May Cry they did with Resident Evil? All right, well, we need something to put out in between the mainline games. Or, hey, we need to reboot the mainline. Okay, well, if we reboot the mainline, why don't we, in between rebooting the mainline, why don't we remake the old ones? Because all they ever did, I believe, was HD collections on the PS3 and 360.
Yeah. But the list that has been dropped by Dusk Golem is Devil May Cry 1, as we just said, Resident Evil Code Veronica, which we all know about now. That is probably going to make its appearance at Keighley's Summer Showcase. Resident Evil 0 is getting this remake. We kind of had inklings that was happening. Resident Evil 1 is getting another remake.
1 never technically got a remake. It got a HD remaster back on the 360.
They put remake in the title. But the big one... Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm sure they put remake in the title. But the big one that's on the list is obviously Resident Evil 10. And I know that when I showed you the list, you weren't particularly impressed by the potential of the new lead protagonist, which is going to be Claire Redfield, apparently. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it, if I was to be honest. What do you think? The list excites me. Don't get me wrong. It's more Resident Evil, and especially Devil May Cry. But Resident Evil 10 with Claire? Do you think it could happen? I know a lot of people tease her towards Jill because we haven't seen Jill for a while. Or are they going to carry on with Grace? Because that is the other rumor that's going around. Grace is going to be, say, the face of the Resident Evil franchise going forward. Because how she is evolved through Requiem. I've seen enough of it. I haven't got that far in. I haven't got to the end, but I understand she evolves quite a lot. And it's a bloody good story so far.
Yeah.
But could it be that they're just going to throw Claire in as the secondary character like they have with Leon in Requiem? Could that be it?
Which me and you were talking about this before we started, but I don't know if it was just me, because I don't know the lore. I know some of the lore prior to Village, but I don't know a whole lot. But for me, especially with Requiem, they really kind of make you get hyped for a potential Leon and Chris crossover, and it's like, that's what I thought 10 was going to be. Hearing this now, I'm like, so you just spent 2 games hyping up Chris and Leon again just to go, oh, here's the new chick.
Yeah. The scary part is, if you know your Resident Evil lore, the last time we saw Claire was in 2015's Resident Evil Revelations 2. That's the last time we saw Claire Redfield. Putting out an idea, if they're bringing Claire back, maybe Chris is going to play a bigger part in the next game, because why would Claire Redfield come back other than to help out her brother?
Yeah, which would allow them to tie in the whole thing. Well, no spoilers.
It's hard not
Almost
to.
did it.
It's hard not to.
I will say
Oh,
this though: when you do finally beat Requiem, which hopefully it's soon, you'll be a lot more on my side of
yeah.
this once you get to the end, because you'll be like, okay, this is they're setting it up.
Well, they have been setting up Chris in some aspects since 7, with the DLC that he had with 7, and then you had him showing up in Village, and he did have a really bad part in Village. I'm not being horrible. They did not utilize Chris very well in that at all.
Except the one mission where you literally play as him, but
Yeah.
it's literally that one set piece, and that's it.
But according to this rumor as well, he's also rumored Resident Evil 10 details that were posted in the leak. This is what Dusk Golems put out. In June/July of 2022, there was a meeting to decide the next steps of the RE games. In that meeting, the green light was given to remake 0, Code Veronica, RE1, and Star RE10. Code names for these projects are Project Chambers, which is Resident Evil 0, Project Fallen, which is Resident Evil 1, and Project Red Life, which is Resident Evil 10. Now, that's an interesting project title, Red Life. Redfield, Red Life. We could be on the right. Obviously, we don't know, but we could be on the right track with Chris and his sister. Who knows?
Yeah.
Resident Evil 1 remake was in production since 2022/2023 fiscal year, and just recently entered full production. Claire Redfield is to be the protagonist of Project Red Life, RE10, and Resident Evil 10 will use the new REX engine. Wow.
Oh, they're finally iterating on their engine. Because I
Yeah.
don't think the last time they did that was, what, 7?
Yeah, 7
And
was
then
the
they've just
first,
been
yeah.
kind of tinkering with it, and now I guess they've hit the point where this is as much as we can do with it.
Yeah. But it says, what else have we got here? Code Veronica with Code Veronica starring Claire, it might be a tie-in to Resident Evil 10. The lore for the whole Resident Evil series, they could just literally just go.
It could be, it could be a standalone. Yeah, it could be a standalone, and they could pull a freaking Kingdom Hearts with it, and it's like, oh hey, it's gonna be a while till the next game. Here's a little piece of cake. Here's a little spin-off to tell you the story between 9 and 10.
Yep. I don't know. I'm hyped. Don't get me wrong. I have enjoyed the time I have played Requiem. I think the graphics engine's insane. I think
It is.
the gameplay mechanics they've thrown into it are just phenomenal.
And
Obviously.
optimizations.
Oh, yeah. Don't start Aero. Don't start with the
Well,
optimizations.
not for you. Sorry, not for you. The rest of us.
Yeah. I think they'll knock it out of the park. It doesn't matter what they do. With Resident Evil, it's just their gold mine. They make money. Yep. They print in money.
They know what they're
with
doing.
Resident Evil. Matt in the chat, Team Ada Wong. Well, that's the rumor for the DLC for Requiem. Ada is supposed, because you can't have Leon without Ada. The rumor is she's going to make an appearance in this story DLC that's coming out for Requiem. Who knows? It's Capcom. They managed to keep Leon a secret for so long until it leaked. And then the reveal, I kind of felt the reveal for Leon was a bit, because I've been covering it in videos for like 2 or 3 months. It's like, oh, Leon.
And still haven't beaten it.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm excited to see what Capcom do, especially with Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry, if they nail Devil May Cry 1 remake, I'm done. That's it. I don't care about anything else.
Well, like for me, like since I've never experienced the originals, I'm thinking maybe after all of these games come out over the next week, roughly week, after I at least try Deus Ex finally,
Oh, you've
I
got to.
think that might be what I do in between like
Yeah.
big releases, maybe do a couple streams of that and then pivot to not Dying Light, pivot to Resident Evil and
Yeah.
then
Oh,
but I will get to
you're
all
gonna
these
enjoy it.
games that
You're
people
gonna
are wanting
enjoy
me to
Deus
play
Ex.
eventually.
But yeah, there's not much more we can say on that. Obviously, we've got the list of games coming out from Capcom in the near future. Could be that's a lot of games. You're
Yeah.
definitely getting Code Veronica. That is happening. You're definitely gonna get a sequel to Requiem, but it's when they drop the sequel to Requiem, who knows?
Well,
I, they've got they're firing on all cylinders at Capcom.
and
So
also
yeah,
too, they could do a whole other spin-off series with the Zero remakes if the Zero
yep,
series does good. So it's like they have they have built an ecosystem to where they can pretty much do whatever they want whenever they want within the Resident Evil universe.
they can pump them games out. They really can,
Yep.
and that
Oh yeah.
engine is so practical, and they know their way around it. They can just
And it is
farm these
so
games out.
optimized. So optimized.
But you and that
And
word.
then you
Oh,
have their
Matt in the
random
chat.
one-offs of
Matt in the
Pragmata.
chat. Check that out. Could happen. Dead Rising redo.
If they do a redo of Dead Rising, get rid of the time limits.
Oh, you
Axe
don't
them.
like them.
Nope, can't stand them. That's why, like when I was a teenager, I played 2 for the first time, and I was like, why do I keep dying? Third time dying, it's like, oh well, you have X amount of time to do this. I'm like, it doesn't really say it.
Oh, Noisy Mofo. Hello, my
Hey, what up,
friend.
Noisy?
Yes, hit that like button. But yeah, there's all the topics for tonight. If chat want to talk about anything else before we go off, because we've been here for almost an hour and a half, it's actually a little bit longer for me and Aero, because we get on a good 15, 20 minutes before the stream starts. But yeah, we've had a good old chat about Forza Horizon and how well that has done for Microsoft, because it is just hitting it out of the park on scores. Subnautica 2. Go and watch my video. If you watch after the fact, go and watch that, and then come back to this.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, hit the like button on that. Obviously, hit the subscribe button as well. Assassin's Creed news about Hexe, Ezio may be returning. There's loads of stuff we talked about tonight. Obviously, Xbox and their pads, yeah, not going there. AMD FSR 4.1 coming to consoles in the near future. And then we've just topped it off with Capcom. But yeah, good show tonight.
Yeah, great show. We actually had, I feel like the news topics actually like kind of really like complemented each other for once. That's a rare occasion.
Yeah, it's been a really interesting week for news, if I was to be perfectly honest. I know that I was listening to X and C today, and they're finding some random topics to throw into X and C. You're kind of like, where did you find that one? But yeah, I kind of keep to the games because it's all about the games. I know that we threw in a bit of hardware news and stuff, but yeah. Oh, Grandpa Barbecue. Thank you, gents. You work well together as a podcast team. Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We try hard.
We enjoy this.
Yeah, it's the highlight of my week. I literally told my manager today, she goes, oh, you have fun going, are you going to go back to sleep because you've been in since 6? I went, no. I'll be up for like almost 23 hours. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, Matt, thank you. It all gelled together well. Yes, I know, because you critiqued last week's episode. I get it in work. I don't just get it in chat. Noisy Mofo, they're random people. Great War, it's a great episode. Thank you very much. I kind of drop Aero in it because the way that we do the topics for the channel, I drop them to him on, say, the Sunday, and then he has to spend like 2 days going, Seth Monsters, when the news is centered around the games, all the news is good news. That is true. Yeah. It's all about the games. It's always going to be about the games. It doesn't matter whether I'm playing it on my gaming PC that I run this channel on, or I'm playing it on my Xbox. It doesn't matter. But
Same goes for me.
what have you got coming to your channel other than your Monday session, which I missed because you've changed the time? But yeah, go over and check him out. But what have you got coming to your channel, my friend?
Yeah, so tomorrow we will be looking at Lego Batman. Actually, really looking forward to that. So I'll be doing that around my usual time slot for my morning session. So keep your eyes peeled around 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow for that. And then I'm going to continue to upload little 30-minute to an hour segments of Forza. Again, I'm really enjoying that game, and I personally think that even if you're not a big racing fan, at the very least you need to put like 2 hours into that game. Obviously, the first hour because that's just like the tutorial and stuff. 2 hours in is when you really start getting into it, and I just think that it's very open to who can access it. But yeah, covering Forza, and then next week I'll be covering 007. So yeah,
Oh, yes.
a lot of different stuff.
Well, for me, I will keep my eyes peeled for any news that tickles my fancy, and I might do a video or two about it. I've had the missus giving me a kick in saying, you've spent this money, start doing some videos. So it's like, okay, I'm going to keep my ear to the ground on what's going on in the games industry. So who knows? There could be a video or two dropping. It all depends on what news drops. Obviously, we'll be here next Tuesday for Gaming News Live, and God knows what topics we're going to have for that. Other than, well, Bond.
Yeah,
We could actually, if I pre-order it, I get it on the Monday, so we could talk about Bond next Tuesday.
potentially.
Yeah. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Other than that, I've got nothing else coming to the channel. Obviously, I've dropped the video about Subnautica 2, and somebody's actually just dropped a comment on it because I've just had it ping up in the corner of my screen. So it's
always
definitely
a good thing to see.
Well, I've dropped a short as well, so God knows how many views that's just had. Yeah, go and check that out. If you are watching after the fact and you want to hit up in the comment section for any of the topics, please do so. Remember, hit that like button on your way out if you're in chat now. If you watch after the fact, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and go and check out my friend over here on his channel. His link is in the comments. He has also got his tag at the start. So yes, that's it for episode 19. Now get this, it's episode 19 on the 19th. How weird is that? And Pushing Polygons jumps in just as I'm about to say bye.
Good to see you, Pushing.
Yeah, good to see you, my friend, but we are saying good night now. Yeah. So go and catch up on the stream. But yes, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Check out my man Aero Nation and all the stuff over on his channel. And we'll catch you all next Tuesday for episode 20 of Gaming News Live. So Peace out, boys and girls. Have fun.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you, guys.
Humans, what have you learned?